in an industry that requires licensing like heating and air, electrical, plumbing, we do make sure that they have the licensing that's required. Insurances, bonding, those kinds of things. If they're advertising that they are licensed and bonded, we require that also.
Okay. Now, we require that of our accredited businesses, and we check it out to make sure that they have those things and that they're upholding our standards. Do we hold non-accredited businesses to those same standards?
We do. It's just a little bit different. I think when a business is not Better Business Bureau accredited and they haven't contractually agreed to uphold our standards, the ability that the Better Business Bureau has to keep that business accountable, or a little bit of a pull, if you will, with those businesses, that they're doing the right things in the community and upholding those higher set of standards. Non-accredited businesses, they're not contractually agreeing to those standards.
Okay, but we still hold them accountable to those standards.
We do.
So if a non-accredited business, and this might be more appropriate for Christy to answer, if a non-accredited business has a complaint registered against them, do we continue to try and mediate that dispute between the business?
Yeah, we definitely offer the similar services, and we report the outcome just the same. The difference is, once an accredited business, if an accredited business didn't uphold those standards, we report that, and there's more avenues for us to push them to do so.
Okay, so a non-accredited business, though, we still hold them accountable to answering that complaint. And if they don't answer that complaint, what happens?
We report the outcome. If it's unanswered, that is recorded in their reliability report for the public to see how they handle complaints. It also impacts their rating that the Better Business Bureau issues about that company, and that rating would drop.
Okay, all right, great. Melissa, a lot of people think a company, have to pay a fee for accreditation to be a part of the Better Business Bureau, but it takes a lot more than that to become accredited, and you've mentioned some of those things. What else does a company have to do to become accredited?
Well, first, what we do if a business is interested in Better Business Bureau accreditation, we will either interview them over the phone, or most of the time we're doing a face-to-face interview. We're getting complete information on the business, how long they've been in business. If there's been any history with the business owner, then we have a really good idea through our database if they've maintained a good track record in the community. And then we're looking at that they've been in business for a year, they have those licensing that's required. We also make sure that businesses, if they have a B- or lower, they are not allowed to be accredited. It's only those businesses that are showing a good track record in the community.
Okay. And we here in Dayton have a great track record of bringing on some really amazing businesses who stand behind their word, that they stand for us for trust and ethics in the marketplace. But sometimes even the Better Business Bureau will find a business that we do some initial investigation on, and we don't feel comfortable accrediting them. What happens?
Well, unfortunately, sometimes it's not very easy when we've done all the front end work and we're excited about bringing on a new company into accreditation and someone else that's ready to hold that high set of standards in the community. And to find out as we go through the process with our operations department that they really aren't meeting all of those standards, they're no longer eligible to apply, and we do let them know. But also, we have accredited businesses that will have issues, and we unfortunately do have to revoke accreditation also.
And we do that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
On a number of occasions, we've had businesses that Melissa's team has brought to our attention who have been invited to apply for BBB accreditation. And the initial discussion, the initial interview went well, but we require them to provide us with some information, and we check them out, and we do a pretty thorough job of checking them out. Mm-hmm. And if they don't meet our standards, if we find something in their background that tells us that this is not a good person that we would be recommending to the community, then those individuals are not eligible for accreditation, and that invitation goes away, and they do not become BBB accredited. And on occasions, and fortunately, unfortunately, on a few occasions throughout the year, there are businesses who have had a great track record. Something happens, change in management, change in philosophy, some issues even maybe related to financials or how they run their business, and their interactions with us change. And that's when we turn it over to Christy. And I'm going to go back to you one more time, Christy, and tell us, we've
Just
got a
one more?
business who has been accredited, at least one more for today, who has been accredited, and we find that they've done something wrong. And I know we try and work with them to resolve it, but ultimately if we can't get them to resolve the issue that we brought to their attention, what happens?
Well, what really, we notify them that these issues are still occurring, and then we suspend their accreditation so that we can take the issue to our board to make the choice whether or not to revoke or keep working with the company. And most often we have done our due diligence and the board chooses to revoke that accreditation, and we report that outcome in the reliability report, and it goes from there.
Yeah, and you bring up a very important point. Your Better Business Bureau is governed by a board of directors, and those board of directors are colleagues of all businessmen and businesswomen within the community. They have certainly made that pledge to stand with us for trust and ethics in this marketplace, and they've taken an additional step to help us monitor interactions here in this marketplace. And so we wouldn't be able to do what we do on a daily basis without the support of the community, and our board members are certainly a big part of that community. Melissa, one more question for you as well. We've had some great success here. Consumers and businesses in the Miami Valley realize that the Better Business Bureau is an important resource for them when consumers are looking for a business, and businesses to be able to showcase their partnership with us. We've won as an agency several awards over the last 2 years here at the Better Business Bureau for a variety of things, and 4 or 5 of them have been in your department in business development. So how many BBB accredited businesses do we have here in the Miami Valley?
Right now, here in the beginning of 2011, we have just over 3,100 accredited businesses in the Miami Valley. I think we probably bring into accreditation approximately 40 new businesses a month.
Okay, all right, so nice work. Great job to everyone here on the panel. I think that you've done an amazing job of telling our viewers just how important of a resource that they have here in the Better Business Bureau. And it's not often that you get to publicly thank you for the work that you do on behalf of businesses and consumers here in the Miami Valley. Terene, you've been awful quiet today.
Well, I have just been observing.
Have you? Well, you've done a
enjoyed
good
this
job
time
at
because,
observing.
you know, there are times when you're in your own little world. We all work as a team, but there's times when you get caught up in your own projects, and so it's nice to be able to interact and hear that little bit that's going on in each person's department. So I appreciate this opportunity.
Okay.
Thank
We have
you.
some other great things that happen at the Better Business Bureau.
We do.
don't
We
Yeah.
have a lot of events coming up.
We have some networking events.
We
And you know what?
do.
You've been so quiet. I'm going to pass this off to you.
I
Why
really
don't you talk a
appreciate
little
that.
bit
Let me
about
go
some of those
ahead and
networking events
let
that we
you
have
know
going
what's
on?
going on in case you're interested. We
Lower
have
so they can see your face.
some networking events where we like to invite our accredited businesses and people from the community, other businesses, to come in and just exchange ideas, exchange business cards, network. Our first one coming up is March 22nd, and that's going to be at the Entrepreneur Center. Our next one is April 26th, and that's going to be at Rodriguez Financial Strategies.
That's in Beaver Creek, right?
Yes, it is.
Because we cover actually a good segment of the Miami Valley.
Yes, about 7.5 counties, I believe.
And we try to provide services in each
To
of
all
those.
of them, absolutely.
Okay.
And in fact, March 6th kicks off National Consumer Protection Week. We have 3 events coming up that week. It's going to be a busy week. The first one's going to be March 8th, and that's Brethren Retirement Community in Greenville. Okay, so we're going to head up north. The next one's going to be March 10th at the Terraces, and that's over in Kettering. You know where that is, Kristen?
I do.
Do you? Okay. And then March 11th at Brookhaven Retirement Community in Brookville. So we're excited about that. That's an important week. Agencies across the country and locally get together, and we really try to put out information to protect the consumers, make you aware of the scams that are targeting the area, and give you some prevention tips.
Okay. And Christy, we have a great partnership with the Ohio Attorney General. We have for a long time. They're going to be partnering with us during National Consumer Protection Week. Can you briefly tell us a little bit about that relationship with the Attorney General's office?
The relationship we have with the Ohio Attorney General's office is we share key information. We get similar consumers that report issues to us, patterns of issues, if they've been schemed or scammed, and we work directly with the Ohio Attorney General's office to get them the information they need to do a legal investigation, and then they in turn also share the outcomes of those investigations. Also, if a company is an accredited business with us and a complaint has been filed against them at the Ohio Attorney General's office, we also get to try to handle those as well.
And one population that's particularly vulnerable that we focus a lot of energy on are certainly our seniors. And there's a great many scams, unfortunately, that they get caught up in, and so we're a wonderful resource. So we're here for you at your Dayton Better Business Bureau. We look forward to continuing to serve you. Actually, we've been serving the Miami Valley for over 80 years, and as a system, your Better Business Bureau will be celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2012. So if you're in need of entering into a relationship with a business, do your homework, and we're like the Cliff Notes of your homework because we've done the research for you. We can provide you with a wealth of information on businesses in the Miami Valley and across our system in North America. So use that resource. I want to again thank everyone for being here. I want to say what an amazingly comfortable persona that you give off,
It's a persona,
Terene.
in fact.
You do a great job. That
Thank
is a
you so
beautiful
much.
smile as well.
Thank
You are so camera ready. Do you want to go ahead and sign us off?
Thank you so much for watching the BBB Insider, and I'd like to thank our guests, Melissa Kutcher and Christy Mount. Thank you so much. It was very insightful, and hopefully it gave our viewers an inside look into your Better Business Bureau. I'd also like to thank our host, a fantastic host,
I'm here for you, T.
John
Always.
North. Thanks, John.
Thank you. And thank you all for watching.
Thank you.